Hi guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Look at what we have here. Wow. Truly a beautiful sight. My mom helped me build this TBR cart where I could put all the books that I really want to read on my TBR. You'd be surprised at how many books you can fit on one of these bad boys. So many, but today we are going to be making my May TBR. And I'm so excited. There are so many books that I want to read in May, so let's just get to choosing. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first one that I definitely want to read is actually on the back of my cart. It is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I am reading Jane Eyre right now. I'm currently finishing it up, which you will know in my May wrap-up, or in my April wrap-up. Excuse me. But I've been really into classics recently. I really want to read more classics this year. And Northanger Abbey seems right up my alley. And yeah, so this is by Jane Austen, of course. And Jane Austen, what a woman. Love her so much. But this follows a girl named Catherine, and her entry into the fashionable social scene in Bath results in an invitation to stay with new friends at Northanger Abbey. So I have no idea what this is about, but I'm expecting there probably to be a bit of romance, as there always is with Jane Austen. And this is pretty short, so I feel like I could definitely read this pretty quickly, and the font is quite large in this edition anyway. This is the Vintage Classics edition, so yeah, really excited to read this. This will be on the TBR for May. So yeah. The next one that I really want to read is actually on the bottom. It is One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I love Olivia Blake, truly. I've read 3 of her books. I've read The Atlas Six, I've read Masters of Death, and I've read Gifted and Talented. And I loved The Atlas Six, but we take it a step further with Masters of Death. That book is literally one of my favorite books of all time. It's my Roman Empire. I think about it all the time, and honestly, I'm due for a reread because that book was just so good. And the audiobook is really good as well, if you're interested. And then I read Gifted and Talented, and I did like that, but it wasn't my favorite book I've ever read. I did like it though. So I really want to read more Olivia Blake, and everyone says that One for My Enemy is really, really good. So yeah, it's like a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, but with witches, I believe. And it just sounds really interesting, and there's some cool art on the inside as well, which I really appreciate. And yeah, in modern day Manhattan where we lay are seen 2 rival witch families fight to maintain control of their respective criminal empires. This just sounds really good, and I am really looking forward to reading it, genuinely. And is there art throughout this book? There is! Oh my gosh, there's art in this book. That's amazing! But yeah, that is next. Hey, what else? What else? Maybe I'll read Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I just read Kiki's Delivery Service. Absolutely loved it, of course, but I haven't read Howl's Moving Castle, and I'm kind of in a Ghibli mood. You know, it's spring, so I feel like it would be the perfect time to read Howl's Moving Castle. But this basically follows a girl named Sophie, and she's cursed by this witch. She becomes an old woman. I think she's 19, but she's still mentally 19, but she's like in the body of an old woman, and that's not fun, obviously, because being old, it's a blessing, but physically it's hard. So she's having a hard time. She meets this wizard named Howl who has a moving castle, and together they try to break the curse. Yeah, I've never actually read Howl's Moving Castle. I really need to, and I love the movie, of course. Who doesn't love Howl's Moving Castle? So yeah, this will be the next book I read. Maybe I'll read, let's do Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed. I just read Inamorata by Ava Reed. Oh my god, another 5-star book. So good. But Fable for the End of the World just sounds really fascinating. So it takes place in this world where there's this like live streamed event where lambs, humans, try to survive these hunters, these like assassins. And it basically follows a girl named Anessa who's put into the lamb's gauntlet, and a girl named Melinoe who is an assassin. Melinoe is hunting Anessa and she absolutely cannot fail because last year she had like a breakdown on the live stream, but they end up falling in love. And Ava Reed's books are always so devastating and haunting and brutal, and I just think I would love this book. And people say it's The Last of Us mixed with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Hello, I want to read that. So yeah, and I am really excited to read this book as well. How about we read The Sword of Kaigen by Emma Wong. This is a big boy. I think I'd really like this. I love Emma Wong. I read Blood Over Brighthaven 2 years ago. Absolutely loved it. Plot twist went crazy. Plot twist went absolutely cuckoo bananas crazy. This book basically follows a family who are warriors and they live on this island known as the Sword of Kaigen. It follows this family, the Matsuda family, and their 14-year-old son, Mamoru, who needs to master his family's fighting techniques. But he discovers that the empire and the thing that he's protecting is like built on lies. And then it also follows his mother, who used to be a warrior but is now a housewife, but she's probably going to become a fighter again when an invasion looms on the horizon. I actually did start reading this a while ago and I loved it. I just never finished it. So I think it's time to finish it. This edition I have is so battered. I got like lipstick on it on the side. I got like lip gloss on it, but it's fine. The more loved your books are, I think the better. Maybe I should read Martyr? I think I'm gonna read Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. I have heard such good things about this book. I mean, it has been nominated for so many awards, and I think it's won a few as well. It is a National Book Award finalist. I think I'll love this, and I've heard such amazing things about this book. I don't think I've heard a single person who dislikes this book. But it's about a man named Cyrus, and he's an addict and a drunk, and he's not really doing well. His mother passed away in a plane crash, but Cyrus is really obsessed with martyrs and he studies them. His obsession with martyrs leads him to examine the mysteries of his past, and it just sounds amazing, and I really think that I'll enjoy this book a lot. Okay, we'll pick one more. I think I'll pick something short just to have something be a little easy. I'm torn between Someone You Can Build a Nest In and Monk and Robot. I'm torn between those two. Let me read a little bit of some of them. Monk and Robot is shorter, so I feel like I'm more likely to get it done. I think I'll read this one because I actually already know what I'm getting into with Monk and Robot, because I've already read A Psalm for the Wild-Built, and this is a combination of the duology, A Psalm for the Wild-Built and A Prayer for the Crown Shy, called Monk and Robot, and it is collected in this little volume here. But it basically follows a monk and a robot. The robots existed a while ago, but they kind of just walked off the earth, seemingly. This tea monk meets a robot, and the robot's like, what do people need? And it's like, well, that's a pretty loaded question. I think people need a lot. And so the monk and the robot just try to answer the question of what humans need. And I read the first book, loved it so much. It made me cry. It was so good and touching, but I don't really remember it. I read it in 2023, so it's been quite a while. And so I really do think I would enjoy this, and it's short, so I definitely think I could finish it. So yeah, I think those are all the books I'm going to read in May. I am so excited. We have a wide collection of books here, all just great books. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to read all these books. I really think I'll find a 5-star book, at least in here. I really think I will, but we'll knock on wood just to be safe. I will be making reading vlogs this month, so that will be really exciting. And yeah, I hope that you stick around to see what I think of these books. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.